got to lean in.
What's going on, everybody? It is me again, and it is time to lean in, bitch. Welcome to the lean. Welcome back. If you're coming back, if it's your first time, welcome to the lean. We're gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We are your favorite men to be in women's business on Wednesday Night Live. What's going on, Chase, Jamie, and Danny?
Hi.
We got a lot more going on this panel than was on this episode.
Child, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was quite a boring episode. I hope it does not affect our views because we provide a little more entertainment. I'm sure we will. I see we got people in the chat. I see Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. JP Rob. Sammy's here. TKC said, nah, the episode was mid. Very mid.
Very mid. The only time I'll agree with TKC.
Oh, okay. TKC, we on bad terms. I'm letting you know I'm very Diana. I had to go scrub myself after seeing what you said yesterday in the Married to Medicine.
Wasn't he on one yesterday?
Child, TKC be coming up in here and be letting loose. But that's okay. That's all right. I hope you brought that energy today. I see Cassie here, Sass K. Yeah, Polly, everybody's here. It's gonna be a good show for us because we're gonna do this little activity. I'll say it's trial and error. Because if it works well here, then we'll move it to the rest of our shows from time to time. So, of course, before I announce that, I'm sure I have to announce it 1,000 times because as the viewers grow, child, tonight I keep saying it. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure y'all watching the other shows. Like all of our shows are doing really well. We're noticing that people are watching us less for the show at hand, but for our show, and so that makes us feel good. It makes me put on a better shirt today, you know what I'm saying, versus just that, and also give you a good show. So what we're gonna do today, and I really want everyone to fully participate. Everyone in here, if you can. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a viewers versus the panel. And how that works is we're going to open the lines up all day. We're going to open the lines up for the entire episode for you to call in. And so once you call in, you will choose who on the panel you want to sit out. You basically will be taking that person's place. And what you're going to do is you have that time when it probably like 3 to 4 minutes. I'll time it. To ask the panel a question, and that basically what you want to do. So I'll say this: you can use it to your advantage. If you are friends, or if you're a fan of Diana and you want to get rid of somebody that don't like Diana, then tell them to sit out. You know what I'm saying? Use it to your advantage. I'll just say that. Have fun with it. Make it fun. Don't get crazy.
But keep it cute.
Keep it cute. Okay. So let's just start with the actual episode, and I'll send the link now. But just bear with us as we're going through the show still regular as we would, but try to make use of this good activity. So hopefully that was explained enough to where it makes sense. All right. So last week we finished off on this episode with a sit down between Diana and Sutton, and it really didn't go anywhere. It was a very weird conversation. Like I said last week, I do feel like Diana kind of wore Sutton low. I think she probably went out and cried in the car when she left. But nonetheless, that comes up in this episode. So in this episode, we are given a scene with Kyle and Jamie Lee Curtis. And Jamie Lee Curtis obviously is from Halloween. Did y'all see the Halloween ends? They have a new Halloween ends coming up soon. Do y'all think it's gonna be the end? Or you think it'll have more and more and more? You think
it'll be the end with Jamie? It'll be the end, and thank God the end with Kyle.
Well, let me tell you this. I don't know, and I want everybody to hear me well. I don't know about Halloween ending, but I know one thing: Jesus is always beginning. Okay, and that's what I believe in. I'm not watching.
Is that a movie? Yeah, I know Jesus.
It is the story of our lives. Hallelujah.
Okay, you're right. Hallelujah night.
In the words of Vicky, we thank Jesus in advance.
Okay. Well, so she's there, and she's there. Kyle is hosting an event with her at her house. Diana, Cherie, Crystal, and Sutton and Dorita's there, and I'm just like, okay, they really are phasing Cherie in, like she's actually filming with the girls. It ain't just like she's Garcelle's friend. She seems to be meshing with all the girls. We're gonna talk about that a little bit because somebody said she clicked out a little bit. We're gonna talk about that, but Rena, Erika, and Garcelle have COVID. And I remember them announcing this, so obviously they couldn't film, so they're not at this event. And I will say that Erika and Garcelle's presence to me was missed. That's because they have been providing some good shit for us to talk about. Whether I like Erika or not, I mean, it was I needed her there. I'm sorry.
She stays. I hate it.
So we basically get this scene to where Kyle is starting a dinner, and she does a seating chart. Now she made the seating chart up earlier, but somehow she forgot that she put Diana and Sutton together. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Sutton and Diana were supposed to sit together. However, Kyle quickly switched it, and she put who she put next to her? Was it Sutton or Diana?
She put next to oh my God, Sheree. She put Sutton next to Sheree.
That's right. So that was cool. Which because she knows her. Sheree is having some issue with her eyelashes, and I don't know why she asked Sutton goofy self to fix her eyelashes. I'm like, Sutton, no shade. I love Sutton, but Sutton don't seem like she can do much, but nothing. I'm just saying, nothing glam related. Just saying. And so after they finally get it resolved, it's actually who actually was that actually helped her with the eyelash? It was
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis came over there and helped her, and Sutton still wanted credit, even though she basically damn near glued the girls' eyelids together, according to them. And so from that conversation, Dorit is whispering to Diana, and I don't know why she whispering because it's a film scene. I found it kind of weird that she just be like, "So how was the lunch?" But I guess whatever, Dorit, I don't know. If anything, she be trying to save her job because she ain't giving nothing this season, at least from my perspective. And so she asks Diana about the lunch, and Diana is just whispering. She was like, she was repulsed by her, and she had to go home and just scrub all of Sutton, whatever, off of her, and yada, 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 all of that. And so, Dorit is just gagged. I'm like, I don't know what Dorit is gagged about. She's like, it was kind of awkward to me. She's shocked as if she said something. But Jamie Lee Curtis starts to show some of the was it her collection or was it Kyle's collection?
It was nobody's collection. It was knickknacks from the local CVS pharmacy branded with the hospital monograms on it. That was some of the tackiest shit. But then I forget Jamie Lee sold Activia. So like her quality on the products that she pushes is not up my girl.
Okay. I will say it was very oddly placed. Because Dorit is just oozing and gagging over all these objects, but it's like it's the most random shit. It's like a wind chime, and then like a dog leash, and then like
she said a tumbler. Dorit said, "Does it keep things hot?"
She was acting like that's what the people stole at her house. That's why she was so happy to have it. Oh my God, I've been looking for a wind chime. Oh my God. Thank you.
That's really what it was given, to be honest. She was like, oh my God, these are things that I once had before. I was to the ground and had my phone at the gate. I don't know, child, but Dorit was I think she really was just gagging over Jamie Lee Curtis. Whatever.
Okay, I can understand that.
Right. Say that. Exactly. So then Kyle says that her and Jamie Lee have this fun, and she's donating $25,000. And Diana says quickly, "I'm matching that." And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired of Diana and her money. It's like exhausting to me. But any thoughts on this scene at all? Personally, I didn't really get much from it until we get to the next part.
I love that Jamie Lee Curtis was a bigger producer than Kyle in her own house. Mm-hmm. If you noticed, Kyle was kind of trying to direct, and Jamie Lee right from the back was like, "Oh, I love your house. I love your talent. Thank you so much. I didn't come for your gray hairs," and was just like going off, took control of everything. And Kyle was just kind of like, "All right, is this your fundraiser, Jamie Lee, or is it mine?" Mm-hmm. And I loved it. That woman's a narcissist. Oh, I love her to death. I love her to death.
How did y'all feel about when Sheree asked her, "Oh, you're not gonna hug? Oh, I give hugs." How y'all feel like people that do that? People do that a lot in life. People like, "Oh, I give hugs," and it sounds like from that point on, Jamie was like, "Well, shit, let me hug every damn body." Because I don't want to.
Well, I was really side-eyeing to see what that lip licker was going to do when she said that she gave hugs. And you better hug her. You better reach in. You better hug her. But she hugged her. Did you see how she hugged Sheree and then how she hugged Jamie Lee? I'm just saying.
It was, oh Lord.
I'm
Thanks,
just
Luther
saying.
King. Thanks,
No.
Luther King.
Y'all trying to get me put down.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Maybe my eyelid was glue closed. I didn't see that the difference. But you know, tell me.
I didn't see that, but it happened. It's probably because she Garcelle friend.
Yeah.
I always find it weird when people be like, you know, I'm a hugger. I guess why it was okay in this moment is because of COVID. I think because COVID was kind of is a thing. That's probably why.
Well, okay.
I think that may be why she was talking about it, because people were missing. Like, I think that's why I don't think she meant.
Yeah.
I'm not a hugger, but I am. I really don't like to hug. I'm not a hugger, especially girls, because I do not want their titties on me. Anyway, but I am a double kisser. So when hey, girlfriend, how you doing?
That's worse for COVID.
How you doing?
You got your
I'm never gonna like kiss,
Jamie.
That means
you got her
COVID,
tongue
I was a
juice.
double kisser.
When Diane double kissed you, got her tongue juice on your cheek. You had licked her chin.
She like, what's that little thing from Resident Evil with the big ass tongue that licking things? Like, has chapped lips.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna call Diana Venom.
Okay. And then so right after that, there's two different scenes going on at once. Cherie, Diana, and Cherie, Sutton, and Dorit are talking, and so they ask about the lunch with Diana and Sutton. And Cherie turns to Sutton and she's like, you know, why is it that you're always in trouble? And then she was just like, because I speak my mind. And Cherie was like, well, how's that working for you? In other words, ain't that something you want to stop? And I'm just like, Cherie, okay, wait a minute, hold up, you just got here. Hold up, wait a minute. But she, you know, Sutton doesn't get really crazy about it, and so Sutton kind of says, you know what, at this point, she's gonna just stop talking or whatever. And Dorit says that by what she told her, that she basically did the same thing to her by questioning whether or not, like, why she was there for, you know, after having the miscarriage. And in this conversation, I know we talked about this a while ago, but I kind of saw it a little different, kind of sort of from Dorit's side, just because when we talked about this episode, when Sutton did ask her, I felt like it was kind of inappropriate anyway. I didn't feel like it was, but obviously she was trying to defend her friend and she was drunk, right? But I guess when you look at it from the perspective of Sutton saying she mocked my miscarriage, I mean, I feel like Dorit was kind of right in that moment. For once. So what are y'all thoughts?
She was right. I mean, it was true. I mean, we said it that episode. Sutton's delivery, like, there's a way to say, hey, what you're doing with Garcelle, I didn't like that, you need to apologize. But like how she chose to engage in that conversation initially was like, you deserve for Diana kind of to beat your ass up a little bit, because that that was out of pocket. Even though we were all thinking it. We were all thinking like, girl, you're supposed to be on bed rest while you're at a party.
But we were definitely out thinking it, for sure.
I don't think she overreacted, because later on in the episode, Diana mentions that she shouldn't have sent that text message the way she should have. And I don't think Sutton was wrong for anything she did. Sorry.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then here's the thing, too. I kind of was canceling all of that right and wrong shit out. It just feels like either it's been edited out, or for some reason Sutton is not disclosing what Diana has said and done to her during these altercations as well. Diana has said some pretty messed up things as well. Mm-hmm. Diana threatened to butt head her, amongst all other things. You know what I mean? She's validated her every turn. You know what I mean? She's been condescending to boot. So, you know, she's done things as well. And I just am interested to know if the ladies are, you know, like how Lisa Rinna said that she also filmed the scene with Sutton, but it was edited out. Do the ladies know what Diana did and they just don't care that it's Sutton's issue, or what? And that'll kind of tip where I feel about it. You get what I'm saying?
I don't think, even if they knew, like you've said this before, Chase, and so have you, Danny, the ladies have it in their mind that Sutton is the target. They tried to go after Garcelle solo. They switch gears and they're going to be trying to separate them. Like, they're happy. Seeing Kyle at that conversation and then seeing Kyle at the thing, even though it was small when she was going for the glue, to Kyle to completely overreact, like, Sutton, stop touching her. I was like, okay, y'all have it in your mind that y'all are on Diana's side and you're going to back up Diana regardless. Because even that flashback scene before Kyle and Garcelle came up to the conversation, it showed Diana telling her, you're the fakest person I've ever met. You're so fake, like, you're so fraudulent, completely, like, unprovoked before all that conversation. So I said this before. Diana's energy it's very weird towards Sutton. We all can agree Sutton can be annoying, but like Sutton hasn't done anything that has warranted this full-on barrage of just like I had to scrub myself with the fucking loofah to get her off of me.
And that's not to say that Sutton hasn't made missteps. She always makes missteps. She always says the wrong fucking thing. It's Sutton, right? But sorry, two wrongs don't make a right. So for me, you get what you get. Sutton, you go around fucking with Diana, she gonna give you what Diana give. And Diana, you go around fucking with Sutton, you're gonna get what Sutton gives. I also kind of was a little annoyed by the read. Like, she's the new Nat. Like how they said Teddy was the Nat. Like, bzz. Remember 5 months ago you said that about me? Girl, you should have said that shit 5 months ago. You act like you didn't care.
Yeah.
But see, I don't think Sutton has more missteps than anybody else. The issue is that Sutton is the only one always backtracking and apologizing for what she said. Everybody else stands in it, but they all say stupid and dumb shit to each other.
Particularly Lisa fucking Rinna.
Yes, and they
Erika.
Definitely.
And you know, with Sutton, it's more noticed because she's always apologizing.
Yeah.
Girl, fuck
and it's very telling the way that Sutton owns her stuff and how she talks about Diana to the other women, and then how Diana talks about Sutton to the other women. Diana wears Sutton low to anybody who will listen. And Sutton doesn't really. She's like, we just aren't seeing eye to eye. It's fine. I apologize. Like, she's never talked poorly, even with Garcelle.
But I think in that instance, Sutton wants to say more. She's just choosing to be careful with her words because she sees that all the other girls have Diane's side.
She can't trust none of them bitches.
And wasn't nobody there to defend her? Because if Garcelle was there, she probably would have delivered her story a lot differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think Sutton's probably coming around. She's tired of dealing with this girl. Like, I'm not gonna. I apologize. What more do you want? I'm not apologizing anymore. What do you want?
That's it right there. Hey, the real hypocrites of Beverly Hills. I agree. So before I let our first caller, who's going to kick one of us out, the other conversation was between Crystal, Diana, and Kyle. And this conversation is primarily about Crystal's eating disorder. Now, she mentioned this last year, and apparently she made a post about it. You know, she actually posted about it. And Kyle is kind of asking her in-depth questions. And I'm not in the shoes of Crystal, but when she decided to share it, I don't know what she expected people to think. Like, she kind of should have expected me probing and asking questions. And honestly, I feel as though she shared it for storyline purposes too. No, I'm not negating that it's real, but what I'm saying is that she knows what she's doing. I mean, it's on the damn television. We're watching it. So she wants to share it to the world. So I feel as though if Kyle is asking those questions, I mean, you ain't got to answer all of them, but there should have been a little less hesitancy about it.
I agree with that, Cortez. I do think she knew what she was doing, but I will say I believe that she actually has one, unlike Jackie from New Jersey. I believe that.
Oh yeah. I thought about, you know what? I thought about Jackie, and I was just like, I don't know why, but I'm a little bit more into this one than the other. I don't know.
No, Jackie, absolutely. Because if you see Jackie on her first season and Jackie on her most recent season, Miss Girl be going through some things. She don't look like Jackie from 2018.
Yes,
I didn't know that Jackie had an eating
cheating on her. That's what she's going through.
Oh yeah,
I
didn't know Jackie had an eating disorder until she disclosed it. I just thought she couldn't get all the food in her mouth because her mouth was crooked.
God damn it, y'all.
Okay.
Please, someone mute Chase.
Okay,
someone come and replace
All
Chase.
right, so I'm gonna let our first caller in. Of course, if you're just joining us, what we're doing today is we're allowing the viewers to call in throughout the show, and when they call in, they get to choose who on the panel, myself included, who they want to kick out while they ask the panel a question. And the first person is going to be, it's gonna be Lisa. Now, Lisa, before you get started, I'm out.
Don't do that, because I love y'all.
You gotta choose one. I gotta let you go. If you don't choose, I'm gonna let you go. You gotta choose.
I'll volunteer, Lisa, so you don't
choose one, Lisa.
I'll volunteer. Lisa, choose me. I won't get mad.
You call in there?
Thank you, baby. I love you, Danny.
That's not bad.
Bye, Danny.
What's your question?
I really don't have a question. It's just like I was feeling Crystal because me being big all my life, I done tried all this stuff, throwing up, trying to lose the weight and tried the what's those pills? The X-Lax pills that Erika Simon. I tried all of that, and I know I got a problem with food. I really do. Cause I use it for. I use my food for when I'm down. I binge eat junk food, and I get like Crystal. You feel so bad. Well, you just want to throw it up, but I don't do none of that. I don't throw it up or nothing. I just let it sit in my body, you know. And so I can truly understand. I was with Crystal right there, and I'm gonna tell you something. I like Sutton tonight. I like Sutton. I like Sutton say whenever you get ready, we can talk. Now that's the conversation that should have been had. That's how you come at somebody. And also I believe somebody finna get fired. Cherie is doing her audition. They kind of see do she fit in with the group. That is my purpose. I
Absolutely.
believe she
That's a good assessment.
now because she
Lisa, can I ask you if somebody started asking you about your situation with like as much like severity like Kyle was asking Crystal, would that like offend you, or would that make you
it
feel
wouldn't.
away? It
No,
wouldn't. I felt really icky.
The old Lisa it probably would have, but the who I am today, because if you see on a lot of lives, I talk about with something else going on. I talk about my childhood, about me being sexual assaulted and all of that, because it can help somebody else out
That's true.
Okay.
there
All right. I'm gonna let you
I
go,
get
who
Candy.
that.
been through it. So, and I
Oh
don't
shit.
think it. I mean,
My bad. It froze. My bad. It had froze. I'm sorry. I thought you had stopped. Go ahead.
no, because like I said, Crystal, you forget Crystal was an immigrant child. She go around white Caucasian people, and she knew she looked different. Some of them picked on her because of the way she looked, who she was, or her ancestors, her
Mm-hmm.
Asian descent. So she probably thought something was wrong with her.
Mm-hmm.
Something was wrong
Mm,
with her, and so she kind of fit in with these Caucasian kids, and she just she couldn't get it together, and
Okay.
so that's how I see tonight.
Okay.
That's how
We're
I
gonna let you
see it.
go, Candy.
Absolutely.
Thank you for we go.
Okay,
All
Thank
right,
you.
darling,
Lisa.
I love
Lisa,
y'all.
thank you. I
Thank you
want
for
to say,
kicking
Lisa,
Danny
thank you
out.
for your bravery and your honesty, Lisa. We appreciate it.
We really do,
Thank
especially
you.
on this
I will,
topic.
We love
darling. I see
you.
y'all next week. I see you tomorrow. You coming on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we'll be on
We'll be on
tomorrow.
them.
Lisa didn't choose to
Oh
kick
my.
Danny out. Danny left out, but that's all right. I see Sasuke said that's not nice. Sasuke, it's a game. Dang. Calm
Listen,
down. Danny ain't going nowhere. Not that I know of. All right. So before we move to the next person, let's move down to the rest of the next topic. So when they all come together, Kyle asks, "What were they talking about?" Her nosy ass. She want to know what's going on. And Sutton says that Diana is not ready to accept anything, and Diana agrees. Sutton says she's done apologizing. I appreciate that. I hope she sticks to it. And then from that, Diana goes on this explanation and she says that basically she thought about not going to Mexico. She shouldn't have went. She says she drank. They showed her, and I'm thinking like, okay, so now we get down to the thing to what the real issue is, and that she also feels, that she was kind of lashing out on that situation from the text message, and that she was bleeding on the plane. And I'm like, Diana, like, okay, I'm just gonna say it was a bit irresponsible on her part to be doing all of what she was doing. That's just me. I don't think, especially, I'm sure I don't know if it was a high risk pregnancy, but it sounded as such as it was. And
Yeah.
so, what are y'all thoughts
I
on
mean,
that? Sutton says that she was trying to connect, and they kind of reach. I ain't gonna say as a truce, but they realized that, as Sutton says, time out on both of us. We're gonna, try to move forward and just Even Sutton even said, like, if you need anything, I'm here. She comes from a good place. I felt as such. But any thoughts on that?
When Sutton started saying all that, I was like, oh, because it just seems so desperate to have Diana's. She seems so desperate to have Diana's approval to me. It's just really coming across literally desperate and sad to me. Like, Sutton's going out bad to me when it comes to Diana. Like, who gives a damn if Chin Liquor doesn't like you? Like, for real? Like, why? Why is that so important?
Yeah. Diana's fake as fuck because she had all this rah-rah energy to, I hate Sutton. You know, Sutton disgusts me. I'm never going to be good with that woman. Mm-hmm. And then now it's all of a sudden like, well, you don't know what I went through. I was bleeding. And then the flashbacks were showing she was joking about drinking and joking about doing all this stuff. and now it's, oh, like, you don't know the pain I was going through. And I was like, well, girl, Sutton literally brought it up to you. Like, why are you here? I thought you were on bed rest. That would have been the time to be like, girl, I went too fucking hard. But here it is weeks later, and now all of a sudden you're crying in front of a group of people. And you know, had it been just her and Sutton, she would have never divulged any of that information. She's doing it so Sutton looks like the bad guy. And that bullshit, that bullshit thing at the end where she said, oh, and maybe I lashed out in a text message. I don't know. Like, girl, that's not an apology. That's not a saying that was a really shitty thing for me to do, to call out and try to embarrass Garcelle in front of this group of women. But nobody is like, oh, well, you're so brave. Thank you. I didn't like, girl, fuck off. Fuck you.
Now, I will say I wrote down victim Vicky, because that's what I call anybody that plays the victim card. And I feel like she kind of tried to make herself a victim as if, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just taking a moment to try to make it right or giving or whatever, it was like, we never heard this before. Like, why have we not? In all these sit downs you've had with anybody else, you brought it in a moment where all the girls were together, where Sutton is already kind of, you know, explaining, like, trying to, you know, apologize 1,000 times. Yeah, I thought it was a cop out too.
Cortez, and also it's funny that she brings up this apology about the text message when Garcelle's not around, the one who it was really for.
Directed at.
Yeah. But you know,
and if you know,
go
ahead, Chase.
Hold on, my sweet. Hold your horses, my sweet baby, because I'm going to be very short. For those of you who do not like the men speaking on the women's business, buckle up, because I wanted to say that
they're going to kick you out.
Yeah, they're going to kick me out. I really don't care anymore. Diana, you're a lying-ass bitch. You get on my MFing nerves. In the words of Candy, like, I'm just over it. Like, at this point, if it wasn't for this particular situation that we find ourselves in, I would skip past every one of her scenes. I would mute her involvement in the show. I am over that racist ass bitch. I'm done with her. So you can go ahead and say what you're going to say. I just want to be very clear that there's nothing that Diana's going to be able to do. Them reads, you know, I was getting my life a little bit, you know what I mean? I was, you know, ready to chug along with her, but like the display that she put on in front of those ladies, and they just fell for it and went for it. I'm over her. And I'm over them as well. And you know what, Sutton, you're not Big Sut. I am officially snatching your BS chain. You are in training, and you need to get your shit together, okay? Because you're not gonna make me look bad. Now you're making me look bad. Stand up is what you need to do. Go ahead, Jamie. I'm over it. I'm done with it.
Well, Sutton. In Sutton's defense, like right off the bat, she said, I'm done apologizing. I'm not going to do it anymore. Yeah. She's not ready to receive it.
She should have stopped there.
It was, and it was everybody else. But if you notice, Diana's tone even changed. With Sutton at that lunch, it was very, you're disgusting. I hate you. You're the fakest person. And she was very much big dick Diana. And then with everybody else, it was, you know, Sutton, you offended me. And like the way that she even spoke to Sutton, she's playing these bitches like a fiddle. And it's really gross to watch because Sutton, like, you know, if Garcelle had been there, Garcelle would have spoken up because she said,
I really hate that she was not there, honestly.
Yeah, like these women fell for it, and it was just really, really icky. I'm like, girl, Sutton's a lot of things. Sutton's annoying as shit. Sutton can stick her foot in her mouth. Sutton's a lot of things. Fake, she's not, because you can't fake being that annoying. Like, if she was fake, she would not get in this many fights.
Sutton is being fake to me in this instance of wanting Diana to like her because she really doesn't care. So Sutton is being very fake right now.
Sutton said over the years, she has admitted multiple times.
Well, I think it's because she does not like conflict. With this show, I feel like they kind of sometimes have to get to a resolution. because I feel as though, I mean, it seems like the women are getting more control of like who comes to their events and stuff like that. And I really feel like it probably would have limited some because Diana is with the popular girls, unfortunately. It would kind of probably would limit some of Sutton's time. I don't know. That's just my also perspective too. I'm not sure.
Sutton does want people
to
like
address
her.
something really quickly? Because the comments are scrolling as I'm in this. Sometimes I'm trying to, and I just want to say this, okay? I said what I said about Diana, and I believe that that's what I think that she is. I don't care if your son has a black girlfriend. What that got to do with you being racist? You know how many people are with black people and don't care nothing about black people? How many people want to have threesomes with black people, but at the same time tell black children to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out? So let's put our thinking caps on. Go ahead, John. That's crazy to me.
Well, with that right there, I'm gonna let our next person on because we really ain't got a whole lot to talk about. We got
nothing else happened.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let our next person on, and of course the game will continue. Now the next person come on, you gonna choose a person. Ain't nobody gonna voluntarily sit out.
Danny, it can't be me because I already been out.
It can't be Danny because Danny already.
So, I volunteer myself.
I'm gonna kick you out my damn self. There. What's going on, Kyra?
Hi.
Who you want to go?
Okay, who I want to go? Okay, no, Danny. Oh, okay. I want someone who thinks like me that I can have a bit more to discuss.
Oh.
So I'm gonna say.
If you betray me.
Let her don't look at you bullying. Let her get her thought out.
No, but I also, because me and him are disagreeing about some things as well. Okay, so, and Cortez, I'm bleeding you out, baby. I'm bleeding you out.
Oh, you know,
whoa!
Let me.
Kyra, your time is about to be cut in half. I'm not trying to be messy, but
all right, Kyra, you have the floor. Go ahead. Wow,
so,
didn't see that coming.
So my thing is Sutton really trying to force her to like? Is Sutton really wanting people to like her, or are people trying to force Sutton into confrontation every time she shows up?
Oh, that's a good point.
You know, I see that, Kyra, but then it's just like, okay, if they are forcing her into confrontation, you still don't have to give the energy that you want Sutton to like you. I mean, that you want Diana to like you. You can still handle it differently. She comes across begging, though.
Well, for me, let's not rewrite history though, because first of all, Dirty Diana is trying to rewrite history because now she's acting like she's only had a problem with Sutton because Sutton came up to her about her text message. Let us remind ourselves that she's had an issue with Sutton since she showed up on this show.
I agree.
So now she is rewriting history, saying that the text message is the issue. No. The woman was tacky because your friend was lying about paying for that table. Then the woman was clumsy for her words. And then you didn't like being her voice raising up at you. She didn't scream at you. She raised her voice up at you because you were interrupting in a conversation about things that happened last year that you were nowhere near. And also another conversation this season that you were also nowhere near. And then she apologized, and your fake ass accepted the apology, and then you got on the plane with your bleeding ass and decided to still be petty and play games. And then we come back from the private plane. We come back from the private plane, and it's Garcelle's birthday. And I'm sorry, I have no empathy for someone using a serious issue as a way to get. She was being petty. So if you're being petty with a serious issue, I'm gonna be petty right back with you. You don't get to send out a text about how you almost lost your uterus from 4 surgeries, yet you still decided to go to Mexico and whip it up and party and drinking and jumping into the ocean. And all of a sudden, you can't come to my friend's party. And also, you spell her name wrong and saying you don't want to be rude, but then you show up at the party. So I do think, as I said again last time, we got caught up because Diana did switch it from her using that as a petty excuse why she was not being there versus now all of a sudden feel bad for me. She is playing the victim card. And I also think one of the main reasons is she is used to being the person in the room with the most traumatic story of her life. She is used to showing that as a pony trick. Mm-hmm. And now since someone's trying to relate to her, and also close to the same amount of money, her and Sutton are having the same bags, driving the same cars, and Sutton was in Paris Couture Fashion Week while she was hanging out with Erika, while Miss Dirty Diana was hanging out with Erika and Renham.
Read.
So who's having the time of their lives anyway? And now all of a sudden she just is itching you. And how do you go from she disgusts you, she repulses you, and you have to go scrub yourself off, to now you're in front of everyone crying and again rewriting history? And also Kyle's not shit, because Kyle was there the same night when Dirty Diana said she wanted to headbutt Sutton. Now all of a sudden the issues only started after this text message.
But that's because Kyle was assaulting Sutton too.
That
lady ass.
And the person who said Dirty Diana is not racist, I find it very interesting though that she has all these issues and she has not liked Sutton from day one. Has overt. Sutton is the person she talks about the most, and yet on social media outside of the show, the person she has the issue with is Garcelle. Garcelle is the one she is making all the Instagram posts about and all this kind of stuff. So yes, I do think there's an issue. And just because her little boy is dating a biracial child does not mean anything.
And
that
don't
does not mean
forget,
anything.
Kyra.
I can see why you kicked off.
Well, actually, I really think his
I just want to say, don't forget, Kyra, that she's also in African orphanages holding little black babies.
Holding little black babies. And so I think I'm yes.
No, I feel like her son's girlfriend is also being used as a prop.
Apparently they've been together for a few years, so I haven't looked into it, but I can see if someone felt that way, because no one else in her life seems to be of color. Because again, as I said, I did go scroll through everyone's. Sutton is the only one I saw that had friends of color, and they've been on her page for a while, and that she's like actively hanging out with people. And so for me, again, I don't think that Sutton itches for people to like her. I think she does have sensibilities if she doesn't want confrontation, which is why at that lunch last week, she said, "Can we be cordial?" That's all she was asking for. She wasn't asking for the woman to like her. She said, "Can we be cordial?" Because the fact of the matter is, Dirty Diana is sitting at a table whispering to Dorit, "Oh my God, she repulses me."
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Yep.
It's my time. Thank you.
We want to thank Kyra for calling in.
I thought that was a very good question. I don't know why you thought I disagree, but I agree. Like I completely agree. Not the whole bloody child.
Not the bloody ass.
That's what she said.
Not the bloody ass.
That's what she said.
She did.
Kyra, that lady did not say her asshole was
something better than me, because I would have said, "Girl, when your ass started bleeding." Before you
not her actual ass. Not her actual ass.
You can call back in at the end if you want to, okay?
Okay.
All right. Come on, Kyra coming through. They said they want Kyra as a housewife. Kyra always. I knew she would come through. I didn't think she's gonna come through and take me out. They hit me a little hard.
Wow. When I tell you she shook the game up, I was gassed.
No, but that's cool. No, it was awful. I really enjoyed that. We're gonna move to the next topic, and then we're gonna let our next person on. And like I said, if you're watching right now, what we're doing, for those that are confused, we are allowing viewers to call in throughout the show, and when they call in, they're able to take someone out. Like Kyra came in and sit my ass packing.
Cassie wants to call in, but she's having trouble.
Cassie, call in. TKC, you got a lot of TKC. You need to call in. I want to see.
Yeah, because he might want to explain that comment, because nobody agrees with it.
Okay.
But Cassie, when you call us, make sure you dial 867-530-99.
Okay. All right. So let me send this link so Cassie, in case you have it, for anybody that joined in. The link is right there. Okay. So the next two scenes kind of small. There's a scene with Rena and Erika. So both Rena and Erika have COVID, so they're talking on the phone. They're talking about Tom, and I just found this scene to be kind of awkward, just because it seems like Erika is trying to again get ahead of the story with her and her husband, whatever he is to her. But he called her ambitious in this article, and she just didn't like the damn word ambitious. She said, "I would have rather been called a hoe than be called ambitious." She did not like the word ambitious, and I feel like what he was saying with that, despite having Alzheimer's or whatever, he was saying that she was an opportunist and she gonna get what she wants. That's what I feel like he was trying to say, and I feel like she knows that, and that's why she didn't like it. But that's me. Did y'all have any thoughts on that scene?
Hit dogs holler.
Exactly. All right. So then we get Kyle and Kathy, and I was excited to see Kathy, but Kathy didn't give much but some damn caviar and some baked potato. But I do like that it seems like she's been reading the comments, because she's now addressing all of her staff by their names. The brand manager to that lady not being she's listening. Somebody is telling her, "Girl, you can't do that." Even Kyle threw her little shade in the confessionals. I guess she wanted to also be a part of the joke. Kyle, we don't need you. We know.
Trust us. You're not funny.
Right, we got
You're
it.
not funny.
I like
We
that
got
lady,
it.
but I get it. I get it.
You like the word?
Look,
you like the references of lady?
The lady.
Well, I don't like the reference, but it was just funny to me because it just gave like out of touch. But I wanted to say, I will give her this. One thing about Kathy Hilton that I will say, I don't know if it's genuine or sincere or whatever. I can't speak to the sincerity of it all, but that is someone who takes constructive criticism. When Garcelle told her at the table last season, don't say I don't see color, she apologized. She hasn't said it. She told her little Michael Jackson, and she hid on out of the way. Now she's calling the lady by her name. Is it Pamela? What's her name, Pamela?
Hell, we don't know.
Paula.
It's Paula.
Paola, excuse me. She's calling Paola by her name.
Not Viola Davis. Paula.
Paula.
She said Paula.
I ain't got time for it. She calling her by her name.
Yeah, we don't
give her that.
Danny, help me out. Come on, Danny.
That's what most of them do. So,
dang, we don't speak Spanish, Jamie. Give us a break.
I will say, Kyle going on and on about Kathy's Christmas decorations, when every single one of my tias and my grandmother's house was 10 times better decorated for Christmas than that. Like, she had a wreath and a tree. And I'm like, these are not decorations. Like, you threw this up. Like, Architectural Digest? No, ma'am.
I don't know, John.
Tacky.
No, ain't right.
Tacky,
right,
just like that. Baked potato. A baked potato. I'm sorry. I have to talk about the baked potato.
Please talk about
it. It wasn't even loaded. It was a baked potato with caviar.
With $1,000.
With $1,000. Well, okay, look, maybe I'm poor and I'm too poor to understand, but that
I could really go for a baked potato right now.
I need
right
bacon.
You know what?
Bits.
I ain't gonna lie, it looked really good. I was kind of like, damn, it need a little more butter, a little more salt and pepper, but it looked kind of good.
I just started my diet this week, you guys.
It didn't even look cooked.
No,
it didn't even look cooked.
That potato looked pretty good. It was melted. It would have melted really good with some butter. I'm just saying.
That butter probably melted because it was so hot outside.
It was okay.
87 degrees and Kyle had a turtleneck on.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's get to this actual Christmas dinner because there's something that I want to talk about before we bring the next callers on so they can have more to access, actually, because this is some stuff. So at Diana's Christmas party, you know, everybody looking all lavish. Dorit is not going to come now. She has COVID. It's going around.
Thank God.
She probably got it from one of them. Stop. She probably got it from one of them gifts that she was oozing over as she probably bought. And then Sutton also has COVID. And I was like, oh no, not Sutton got COVID too. So, you know, it is what it is. Garcelle arrives and everybody is actually really excited. It's a big difference from last year. I'm not saying they weren't excited last year, but you can tell her presence is missed in the room. Yeah. And so I love to see that. She definitely was missed in the earlier scenes. I feel like that's probably what the episode was kind of blah. But she's arrived, everyone's excited, and she arrives looking like, you know, she looked good, looked like a cute little gold pom-pom. She was really cute though. Like I thought she looked really cute. Did y'all not?
Garcelle, I loved how she looked.
I was like, dang, Chase, you didn't like how she looked? No?
It was better.
Come on, Chase.
Oh,
look,
it was better.
What you gotta do for you?
No, we're not doing that. Here's the
Go ahead and give your fashion rundown, Jamie Lee, bitch.
Garcelle to me was the best one there.
She looked gorgeous.
Garcelle,
y'all now are so used to seeing these women with professional grade makeup and hair, and that's been the standard. So Tamara and Vicky were on Watch What Happens Live the other night, and Tamara made an excellent point. She goes, the first couple of seasons, we weren't doing that. These bitches were not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a season for professional hair and makeup. They look like movie stars. This looks like a professional whatever. Garcelle is, without glam, the most beautiful person on that cast. The reason these other girls might look a little better at these functions is because their faces shellacked with Sherwin-Williams outdoor all-weather purpose paint, and it's hiding the crow's feet and the skin hanging out from the neck.
Better than her tonight. None of them.
They weren't dressed better.
They didn't look better either in the face than Garcelle.
I like Diana's hair, and I hate that I
like.
Yeah, see, this is what we saying. You see how you see what I'm saying? No. And I'm just tell you this.
Y'all are gonna stop
girls
for
around the corner. come to the function dressed better than them hoes do, and they don't have any of the money, the access, or the wealth that these ladies do. So, pardon me if I feel like you're a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, and maybe you should look the part. I don't know.
I mean, her and Sutton looked the part on the after show. Garcelle and Sutton are chewing that after show up.
Yeah, Sutton. That's the best I've ever seen Sutton look in her entire life. But as far as this, what we going, it's not the best that Sutton's ever looked.
I mean, I don't look for Sutton like that. I don't. I just
Sutton had on a wonderful. That gown was amazing.
I will say this. That's the best Sutton's legs have looked.
Someone tagged them out. We're done.
Her legs had a little buff. They looked like they was a little refreshed down there.
We're not gonna do it.
Y'all know she got them little crusty crab legs.
What's the cast version of a BBL? Is it a CCL?
I'm dead.
What they call her legs all the way up, Griffin.
Okay, so we got 3 people in the queue, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them on. But before I do, really quick, so in this scene, what happens? Crystal is, kind of feeling weird. They, talk about, she's talking to Erika about her eating disorder. She's speaking about it right now. And, they're kind of, Garcelle comes in, she gives her a compliment. And I guess Crystal doesn't really know how to take the compliment. I guess, I don't know if that plays into her eating disorder. I'm not sure. I ain't never had one, so I'm not sure. However, Erika is just asking the question. She says, I'm going to be really ignorant right now, but can you explain to me what it's about? Like, why don't you take laxatives? She told that girl to go take a fleet. She told her to go fleet and get it out because that's the equivalent of her going in there and getting it out of her body. So whereas she said that in the exact words she told her, when it comes out of you, we'll get a better crystal. And I said, what the hell?
The fuck?
I don't know what Erika was talking about.
Erika said better out than in.
That's basically what she said. Better out than in. Take this fleet. No shitty kitties. All that is what she told her. And at the end, they offer her a chicken tender. Erika said, girl, you can't have that. You got to eat disorder. And the episode ends right there. And I can't wait to see what happens from this moment. I did get kind of annoyed that Garcelle was like, oh, he's I feel like Garcelle is at this point, she's getting annoyed at everything Erika does. Which, okay, sure, but
she can't stand that lady.
It's kind of getting draining for me. But
Erika's deserving it.
Huh?
But Erika's deserving it from her.
Yeah.
Erika was annoying this whole scene with Crystal, even though,
Garcelle been getting on my nerves low-key all season. Everybody been tearing me up about shit.
Well, you deserve it.
Now, before I just think I'm gonna let somebody else on, and then they're gonna ask that question because I want to give a chance to this week. We got 3 more things. So the next person is going to be M. Now, M, you can choose who you want to go, and with the exception of me, because I was last. Danny is back up for grabs. If you would like to get rid of him, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Now, why am I in it? See how
Danny can stay. You know what? Chase, I love you. Dear,
you want Chase to go?
Really? But
okay.
Just because,
bye, Chase. All right, Em, go ahead with your question.
Okay, so for me, I think like these women, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they don't know how to deal with things that aren't like catty or petty. Like if it's like something serious or something like as a society we have to like discuss and maybe move on from, such as eating disorders. I'm glad Crystal's talking about it because it is a topic to be talked about because Crystal is a lady in her late 30s. Mm-hmm. A lot of times eating disorder is talked about when when you're in your teens or your early 20s. Mm-hmm. We really don't understand. More people need to understand like this is a long-term problem, even if you've been like for the last 10, 20, 15, even 40 years, there's always triggers for you, And so like, I think that is a great idea. That is a great thing to talk about. I find it very weird that I'm going to say one quick thing and then I'm going to change it. But Kyle has had an eating disorder. She's talked about it in the past. Mm-hmm. I do not understand for someone who has suffered something similar. I won't say the exact same thing, but similar, where when she was a child, when she was a teenager and a child actress, she actually lost a lot of weight. Her mother encouraged it. And she has actually talked about even like herself, like being a 40-year-old woman, sometimes like she has to be conscious of that, because she does have a thing about like, I'm not the skinniest sister, or I'm not the skinniest woman here. And sometimes even the bathing suit episode we had like 4 seasons ago with Erika, where she took it off and she was just kind of like, and Erika was like, girl, take pictures, and like was encouraging her to be like open. I think like it's just like Erika's response to Kyle talking about how she's insecure with her body. She gave her a lot of grace, confidence. She was loving and supportive. I don't know why she didn't give the same thing to Crystal. It was confusing for me.
It was the pills and alcohol.
Yeah. No. I just think like they don't like Crystal. These women don't like her. They don't care about her. They don't view her as a human. I think they do view her as less than, because because they and I understand, like I've had my issues with Crystal as well. I really think she is wildly miscast for the show. I really don't understand. We see like the only things we really see about her is her being emotional, breaking down, feeling weak, like it's just like this show is very aggressive. I think reality shows are not for anything. I think everything that you feel, whether it's marital issues or problems within your family or any kind of illness, it always comes out. So I don't think it's necessarily for her. Also, like I will say this, I think Crystal is not communicating well what her problems are. I think she should also really talk more about the body dysmorphia, because when they look at Crystal, they see this beautiful thin woman, and what they do not understand is she does not see that because of the years of having an eating disorder, trying to make herself appear to be an image that she was never going to fit. She could never physically be, you can't be a white woman. And I'm not saying this to be like offensive or anything. She's actually commented about this being Asian American, how she felt excluded and all that stuff. It's not just her. A lot of women who grew up in communities where they don't have representation or they don't see films as about themselves, it's very difficult to identify what your beautiful attributes are. So I really think like she really needs to say it's not just an eating disorder. It's really like it's also the fact that like I don't see myself as beautiful. I don't see myself as thin. I don't see myself as this. It doesn't matter what you tell me to do or how many chicken fingers you want me to eat or whatever. I'm feeling vulnerable and triggered right now. All I need is support and love. That's what she needs. She needs them to hug her and be like, it's going to be okay.
She won't get it from that cast. I'm sorry.
She
at
won't.
all.
And that's why I also think people always like, oh, Sutton's weird. And I think what it is Sutton right now, I think Diana is also triggering Sutton because like Sutton and Erika have also talked about having like very cold, distant Southern moms. And I think this idea is like when you have a mom like that, you either A, become Erika, which is also cold and distant, or you become B, Sutton, who's like, I want to be pleased. I want you to like me kind of situation. Also, let's be honest, they're coworkers. They have to get along. This is why they fake apologize to each other, because like, it's not like you can be like, I hate that bitch. I never want to see her again. You're going to see her again the next day for an event. You can't avoid each other. So the fake sorries, it works to take away a little bit of tension, so it's not constant hostility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta let you go. I gotta let Trish back here, okay?
All right, thank you. Bye. Sorry, Chase.
I'm glad that we're actually talking about this particular topic because honestly, for Jackie, we really did, but I feel like this one, I don't know. It's more grabbing to me. I don't know. Not that I don't know.
This is the storyline I wanted from Crystal this season, like her friendship with Sutton and Garcelle, and like doing more of that stuff. And instead, we got her trying to incite like false allegations of racism right off the bat, and it just turned me off from her. I have some empathy, but I'm also like, I don't know what you want us to do. Like, you've already really rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm sorry.
Said, now I want some chicken fingers. I ain't shit.
Oh my god!
All right, next person, we got to keep it moving.
Give me her. She ain't gonna eat it.
Oh Lord Jesus! Next person. Oh Lord.
Pause Chase
it's
again.
TKC. Now, who you want to kick off this damn show? TKC.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and kick off my sister Chase Luther King. I
Chase,
love
Chase just
He's
got
not eligible.
You stuck with me, so pop your shit.
Cortez. That is not fair.
He just got back.
That is not fair,
You stuck
Cortez.
with me, pop your shit.
Chase got to go. That is not fair.
Let's go.
Call back in, TKC. Call back in.
No, I know he's on the camera now.
You gotta choose somebody else. Come on now.
Cortez, that is not fair.
That's how the rule goes.
That was the rule. You didn't hear the rule?
Y'all just made that. You just made that up.
No, I did. Oh,
no,
did
from the beginning.
He's
okay.
Arguing. Wow.
Jamie can go. I'm sorry.
Okay, TK, since you don't obviously listen to the rules, what you got to say?
Listen, since Chase started this hate train on me in the comments, I don't think that Diana is racist. Like, y'all cannot get that out of a one comment on Instagram that lady is racist. Like, we can't be calling everybody and everything racist. Like, you don't know that lady heart. Like, you don't know what that lady does and stuff like that.
I'm gonna drop down too because I'm not gonna sit here because I'm gonna eat him up.
No, you're gonna stay right there in that bubble.
It's not gonna be nice.
Don't you leave that line.
No, listen, you cannot call that lady racist because there's no way that lady is letting a biracial, black, whoever person in their home if she's racist.
Okay.
I said it.
That's what this is for. Listen, I'm actually really enjoying the views versus the lean. It's actually.
Me too.
Is there anything else you wanted to say? Was
and who was that? Danny said that. She was using her daughter-in-law or whatever as a prop. There's no way because this was filmed before all of that black content creator stuff.
But it was filming while she knew she didn't like Garcelle for no apparent reason and was throwing Garcelle micro.
But what has she said and done to Garcelle to make y'all think like she doesn't like Garcelle? I haven't seen anything.
Did she not single Garcelle out in the text?
But did Garcelle was like, well, when she told Sutton not to sit next to her, Garcelle was like, well, don't put my name in the car or something like that. Garcelle was being passive aggressive and shady as hell to Diana first. And maybe Diana
on the boat, Diana on the boat. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say she wasn't being passive aggressive to Diana. She was talking to Sutton while Diana was having her own conversation with other people.
Well, listen, if she know that Sutton and Diana, no, what's her name, Sutton and Garcelle is cool, of course she gonna have a problem with her friend.
No, you don't.
Okay, y'all really trying it tonight. Y'all just want everybody hate me tonight.
You're doing this to yourself, my sweet baby.
So you think what makes Diana racist? What makes her racist?
Listen. I don't have to go all the way. I don't have time to go all the way deep down in the African diaspora and pull out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's the signs are there. Okay, we've seen it. We've discussed it ad nauseum. You know, from the black content creator comment to singling out Garcelle to running down all of the charities that she has helped black folk for, all of that stuff. Those are microaggressions.
Those were suspects. That was suspect, but racist.
Well, what is it gonna take if they suspect? What is it gonna take for you to Inspect the Gadget?
I just don't think she's racist. I really don't, and I'm not a big Diana fan, but I don't think she's racist.
Okay, well, you know what? To each his own.
Okay,
we agree to disagree. Shake my hand.
And who said? And it's real convenient that y'all jumped to Erika. Everybody got a problem with Erika. What Erika said to Crystal, but y'all just skip over what Garcelle said to Crystal.
What did
her comments were just as problematic.
What she say?
When she said, "Oh, you look thin," when she seen Crystal at the party,
that is problematic.
It's real convenient.
It was wrong. So we giving you that.
Okay, and Garcelle, and who else said that? Garcelle said that Diana's attacking Garcelle on social media. Garcelle's the only one being passive aggressive as hell on social media. So of course,
are you from Bosnia?
From the south side of Bosnia.
I don't see it for Garcelle and her wayward wigs. I don't see it for her at all.
That you don't see the racism and the microaggressions because you don't see TKC. Excuse me, not TKC, but Garcelle, or is it because you really just don't see what's going on?
I see all of it. I seen the microaggression from Erika. talking about I'm telling her son to F off and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like can we just
Diana.
like automatically write them off as racist because they are just, you know, ignorant?
Yes.
Oh, they know TKC. I still feel like I applaud you for giving your opinion.
And
I mean,
stand
I
Yes.
feel like you're probably not alone. I mean, it's by the
He's not the
comments.
only one.
If the people ain't your commenting on your side, they're gonna
So
beat you up.
I'm afraid to go back in that chat. I'm about
They
to
gonna,
just
nah,
get out.
they gonna twirl you when
we
you get
welcome
that
we
You're gonna
welcome
get beat
your
up. I'm not gonna lie.
They gonna-
Y'all be nice.
we welcome
Sasuke
your
gonna grab you by your ankle, Jasmine grab you by your head. She don't go poop poop. But thank you for calling, okay, TKC. Listen, we love TKC. I'll say that TKC is
We do.
what in the what in the damn circuit party is going on over there? Maybe getting in black business again already. Look at
Can I comment on a couple things?
No.
Or is that against the rules? Damn.
Ooh, I am falling out today. Okay, listen.
We're not playing this ever again. I'm sorry.
I would say this is I am having a time of my life.
I don't like nothing about it.
Okay, so listen, we got I think we have one more caller. I don't think anyone else did, so I'm gonna go. But yes, again, listen, regardless if you're watching right now, whether you're new or not, TKC is one of the Lean's problem child. So we know TKC very well. We interact day in, day out on the show. So I love the fact, and that's what this is about. I like this because it gives the viewers a chance to truly come on, honestly, and do what TKC did. That's
Way
really
to
what
put
I'm
TKC
doing.
on pause. TKC
I'm
needs to
just
go on
saying,
pause.
I'm not saying I agree with him, but what he did is what I applaud. So good activity. I hope y'all are enjoying the way y'all watching it. We got one more call.
I enjoyed having TKC on. I really did.
Listen, TKC is not going to back down. One thing about it,
he dragged you, Chase. He dragged you, Chase. He read you. Do you feel red?
He
doesn't feel red.
He doesn't feel red.
All right, our next caller is Cassie. Oh, hey, Cassie, get the Cassie. What's up?
Hi. Oh my goodness. Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you now. Who you want to get rid of before you get started? Who you want to go?
First and foremost, I love you all. And I'm so happy to be here. I want to talk to Chase. So let's be fair and get rid of Danny.
Yeah, I'll go.
You're so cute. Oh my goodness.
All right, Danny is out.
Yes, Chase. No, I wanted to talk to Chase because I felt like I don't know if it was the last live before, and I didn't want him getting offended because I was going in too with how I'm Haitian. I'm proud Haitian American. I was born here and everything. So I stick up for Garcelle. I understand her. So when he goes, she is a sister like this, but not like this. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, hold on. Granted, the way she approaches things is not how we would love her, and I am one of those females. I've always been like that, and I was always called the disrespectful one in my Caribbean household because I would let somebody know. I would check them first before they come at me incorrect. However, what I was trying to say is that Garcelle is a working woman. She is the breadwinner for her household. So what I was trying to say is that she has to play that field. Like, she can't be rah, whatever, because let's look at Nene. Nene lost all her creds in the street. Like, she's not working in Hollywood anymore because of her mouth. So Garcelle's trying to play it safe is what I'm seeing. Now, yes, she can go a little harder, but it's not in her. And what I was trying to say is not every Black person reacts the same way. She did check her by saying, I don't respect that. You don't talk to me. So she did say something. She just didn't come at her with a little girl. Like, she didn't do any of that. And
absolutely.
That's okay. So that's the only thing I was saying. But I think you were so cute, Chase, and I love you. But I felt like you were getting a little mad. And I was like, I hope he wasn't getting mad at me.
No.
I hope he was.
No, Cassie, so let me say this. I totally hear you, right? This show is built from a Black content creator, right? This show has all types of Black and brown people that are on this panel. the comments have all types of people. So I trust me when I say and I believe that there is not one mold for a Black person, and then that is it. This is the Black person, and this is who we are. What I am saying is, and I want to be very clear, I want to make sure I say this correctly. What I'm saying is, I'm making a joke about it, whatever, Antonio. I'm making a joke about it by the sister and the sister thing, but what it really is saying is that it is unfair for Garcelle to have to play into ultimately what is respectability politics.
Right.
All of those women have families. All of those women have careers. They get a different and separate set of rules than Garcelle does, because Garcelle is a brown sister, or a sister, whatever you want to say. And she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. What I do appreciate about Garcelle is that she is true to herself. Now, if she was rolling her neck and popping her gums and give you the Nene Leakes, and she's not Nene Leakes, that would be disgenuine to me. However, what I want her to do, and what I want for all of us to do as Black and brown people, is to not play in the respectability politics. I think that is where the problem is, and that is what needs to be addressed, because what it does is it takes away from maybe an authentic reaction. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to say something to you, but then I say, you know what? I can't do it because I need to sit on my hands, because I need my job, and I need to make sure that my children are taken care of, and I don't want to take opportunities out of my mouth. Is it my problem because I don't feel like I can properly address the situation, or is it the system and everything that is set up in that problem because it won't allow me to do so properly? Now, with Nene Leakes, well, I was going to say just very quickly, with Nene Leakes, Nene is Nene, but Nene also had a reputation, and I don't know if this is true or not, allegedly of being very hard to work with. So that is something to take into account as well. But please go ahead, Cassie. I love this dialogue that we're having.
Yeah. No. I definitely hear you. I just kind of put it in perspective as work, right? I work in corporate America. Yeah. I'm going to leave that there. And there's things that, I would like to say to some of these people, but you can't. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like work aspect too, right? You have to be somewhat couth in how you present and say certain things, right?
Yeah.
Because, we ain't going to go there. But I work for a big corporation, and I put my face on camera, whatever. But anyways, yeah, so I just look at it as that aspect. But no, I just wanted to definitely talk to you, because I was like, I hope he ain't getting mad. I'm not like that at all. I'm
no.
open, and I was just like, I'm gonna ride for my
Chase. No, I'm just
well, no, it's not about that. I just want to say that when I'm saying what I'm saying, it is never coming from a negative place. It's always coming from a loving place. So when I say, oh, hell nah, it's a hell nah, because I love you, girl. Who you talking to? But you know what I mean? Like, it's never any shade. We love you. Please call, and say what you got to say.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cassie.
Thank you.
Oh, Cassie also, I'm sorry, she had a beautiful smile. Her smile was so genuine.
So gorgeous.
Smiling the entire time.
I didn't get to see.
You got to see. I saw you in the comments.
Got to see. You was in the break room.
It's cold in there.
No, that was actually really good too. Like I like this, like I said, because it's not necessarily to go be combative, but child, a lot of y'all are watching this show weekly. Like every time you're here, every time we're here, and which is greatly appreciated. I love it. And I'm sure half the time you're not agreeing with what we're saying. So when we do this again, use the time to come on and clear it up, child, because we just nice people, child. We just men in women's business. That's all we are. And if you own Married to Medicine Atlanta with Jasmine and Asia, women in other women's business. So
okay.
So it is what it is. But we're gonna go ahead and close out because we have reached our time. We did this because the episode wasn't giving much. But I had a time.
This was fun. This was fun.
It was a good time. So I will say when we do this on Atlanta, child, may get a little rowdy. I just feel like those Kenya fans or those Marlo fans, I don't know, but definitely was a good time tonight. Thank you to all of our callers that participated: Cassie, Kyra, Lisa, M, and TKC. Really good time. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Danny, Jayne, and myself for being good sport. Danny got kicked out twice. That is low. That is low.
Very on brand for him.
A quick shout out to Isabel for Another super chat this week said, she said, I didn't watch the episode. I was hoping Jamie would be dragging someone. Child, unfortunately, Jamie got dragged himself tonight.
Nobody we better drag Jamie again because Jamie, what
nobody touched me. Nobody touched me.
That's showing what's that? That's correct.
What were you saying, Chase?
Are those pills and that's alcohol? What's this?
See this? See, this is why Cassie read you 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
that's why Cassie said what she said about you.
Oh,
as long as Jamie is here on the panel and can keep sending us those $20 every week, Isabel, we greatly appreciate it.
I'm the only one that didn't get voted.
Don't do Isabel. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight, and we'll see y'all tomorrow for Real Housewives Ultimate Girlship. Okay, y'all have a good night, and see y'all later.
Thank you.